Most interview coaching videos I've seen were very vague or focused on the many things that you should do to prepare for an interview. But it's always easier to avoid the key mistakes than getting everything right. So in this video, I'm going to share with you the top 5 reasons why I ended up not hiring certain account executive candidates this year. Number 1, they didn't know how to get the hiring manager's attention. First thing I'm gonna ask myself is, can this rep deliver? And if you fail to show on your CV that you have a history of delivering, then I'm going to ask the recruiter to do a pre-screening before the candidate comes back to me. At this point, if they can show that they have a history of hitting target, I'll take the interview. Number 2, they don't do their research. Without doing research, you'll not be able to ask good questions. There will always be things on the day-to-day that you won't have the answers to, so might as well ask them during the interview. One of the top mistakes that I've seen happen is the candidates running out of questions before the interview process ended. And if that happens, you're essentially telling the interviewer that you're either not interested, you're lazy to do the work, or you don't know what you don't know. Neither of these are good. If you want to know what research you actually have to do or should do before an interview, stick around until the end of the video where I'll share a quick preparation guide down below. Number 3, they failed to show how they made an impact in their previous role. Now there are 2 parts of this. Number 1, how did you make an impact as an IC, and how you worked in a team to get results. A method that interviewers tend to use is called the STAR model. It stands for situation, task, action, and result. I strongly recommend following this framework next time you're explaining how you led a project in the past or how you got a deal done successfully. Make sure to differentiate what you did versus what other people on the team were responsible for getting done. Number 4, they're not coachable. You need to show that you can take and apply feedback. You can be the most skilled rep out there if no one wants to work with you. And trust me, a hiring manager will not take the risk of bringing you on board if they think that you'll have a toxic impact on the team culture. Last but not least, number 5, they're not proactive. You should be treating your interview process just like a sales cycle. Reach out to the hiring manager as soon as you apply online. Make sure you're familiar with the interview process and set a next step before you leave the call. And the best reps I've had the opportunity of interviewing even follow up with a thank you email to the team saying how much they enjoyed talking to them and meeting them today, and they look forward to working with them hopefully soon. And if you don't hear back by the time you agreed on, be sure to follow up. That's it. Now let's go over what is the minimum research I recommend doing on the company before the interview to make you stand out. And also what questions I recommend asking as an account executive that will help you decide whether this is a company or position that you see yourself working in. Again, I'll share the link to these notes with you down below. What's the size of the industry? Is it growing? Is it stagnating? What are the key challenges? Are you familiar with them? And where does this company stack up against their competitors? Research the website to get a feel for what the company culture is like. What's the pricing? Is this pricing model something that you're already familiar with and comfortable with? And in general, what marketing material are they using? Because this is going to make or break your outbound efforts. Do they release blog posts frequently? Do they have customer success stories? Do they have the right security certifications? And in general, how feature rich is the product? I'm also going to check on their social media. Do they have frequent activity? Do they have a strong demand gen team? How active are employees of the company on social media? Lastly, I'd reach out to customers of that company and ask them what they like and dislike about the product and working with the team there. Now, when it comes to making the decision whether I want to work there, I'm going to focus on 3 specific areas. Can I make money there? Do I see myself enjoying working there? And do I have room to grow and develop with the company as the company scales? That's it. Those were the top 5 mistakes you should avoid to crush your next sales interview and the research you should do to stand out from the crowd. Let's go.